Hello there, welcome to Conflict News 2042, another complete situation report for you from the Middle East, where since the 7th of October, a deadly war has been ongoing between Israeli forces and Palestinian fighters. Thousands have been killed in this war so far on both sides, though Palestinian groups have suffered more losses. Civilians as well on Palestinian side suffered more losses. Uh, Firstly, in this news bulletin, we have a map for you showing how Israel has deployed its air defense systems. These air defense systems are protecting Israel. Had there been no anti-rocket, anti-missile systems for Israel, it would have been next to impossible for Israel to defend itself. Secondly, airstrikes on Syria by the US and Israel. Yesterday, US conducted airstrikes on Syria, and today it was Israel. Thirdly, Houthis have claimed responsibility for the firing of a missile into Israel, and they shot down a US drone 2 days ago. And lastly, general situation in Gaza. Any progress made by the Israeli military there? What about Hamas? What about captives? Are they safe? Details for you. Firstly, viewers, the survival of Israel in the Middle East relies on its air defense systems during an armed escalation. Because from all around, Israel is being attacked. From Yemen, missiles being fired, long-range missiles. From Lebanon, Hezbollah firing anti-tank guided missiles. From Syria, a few launches. And from Gaza, Hamas firing rockets, drones into Israeli territories, Israel-controlled territories. So it means Israel can only survive if it has deployed air defense systems in large number around Israel in border areas. And that is what Israel is doing. It has deployed a layer of air defense systems, short range, medium range, long range air defense systems. Only border of Israel where there is no large scale deployment of air defense systems is Israel-Jordan border. Jordan is neutral. Jordan has provided some humanitarian aid to the people of Gaza, but it is not part of the war. So almost no escalation there, no groups in Jordan attacking Israeli territories. You can see a picture on your screen. The picture shows the deployment of Israel's air defense systems on its borders. You can see that that on Israel-Gaza border, you can see dozens of these air defense systems deployed. Then to the north, you can also see Israel-Lebanon border where these air defense systems are deployed. To the south, air defense is deployed to protect from attacks by Houthis from Yemen. But to the east of Israel, on its border with Lebanon, there is no large-scale deployment of air defense systems. Some are deployed there. Mainly three types of air defense systems have been deployed by Israel. Iron Dome, very effective against short-range rockets. Secondly, David Sling. Thirdly, Arrow 3. Arrow 3 is effective. It's long range. It's effective in protecting Israel against long-range missiles being fired from Yemen by Houthi fighters. So that is how Israel has managed to survive. Had there been no such air defense systems available for Israel, Israel would have been under serious pressure from all sides by now. Secondly, airstrikes on Syria. Yesterday it was the US and today it was Israel. In Syria and Iraq, we have seen 41 attacks on US military bases since the start of the war in this region. on the 7th of October last month. 41 attacks on different bases. Ain al-Assad base and other bases came under attacks. Iran-backed armed groups have claimed responsibility for these attacks. They fire mortars, drones, rockets, missiles, some casualties being reported on Israeli side. Dozens of American side, dozens of American soldiers injured in these attacks. And that is why US conducted its second strike on Israel since the start of this war in the Middle East. First strike was conducted on the 27th of October. Second one was conducted yesterday. And yesterday, 4 attacks were carried out on US military bases in Syria and Iraq. That is why US hit some targets in Syria. US says that a weapon storage facility of Iran-backed elements was hit in Syria, and that Iran-backed elements have been involved in attacks on US military bases in the region. Then today, Israeli aircrafts, Israeli jets pounded some targets in Syria. And it is being said that yesterday, the long-range missile which was fired toward the Israeli city of Eilat was fired from Syria. And that is why Israel conducted a strike on a likely launching site of the missile in Syria, though it's not clear. By the way, Houthis claimed responsibility for that attack. Yesterday, southern city of Israel was hit, Eilat. A long-range missile. Some say it was a drone. Difficult to say now for sure. But Eilat was hit, and a building in Eilat was hit. It means that air defense system deployed there could not intercept the object in the air. The object managed to penetrate the air defense system and land in Eilat. Some people injured there. A school was hit reportedly. Houthis claimed responsibility, and Houthis have released a video too showing how they are firing drones, long-range rockets into Israeli airspace. 2 days ago, they shot down an MQ-9 US drone. US drone was shot down close to Yemen's coast. It was flying in there. It was over international waters. It is being said, though Ansarullah of Yemen says that the drone violated Yemen's airspace. It was shot down. So Houthis have this capability, it means, to shoot down an American modern combat drone. They have long-range missiles. They have the capability to hit Israel too. They have hit Israel. They have carried out attacks. I think 3 to 4 attacks from Yemen by Houthis on Israel so far since the start of this conflict. Now, what about the situation in Gaza, where according to Hamas, another hostage has been killed? Hamas has been saying for days that hostages are in danger, that due to air bombardment on Gaza, hostages are dying. Though Hamas has never shared pictures, videos to substantiate its claims. So we don't know if hostage really died or not. I think Hamas has announced the death of around more than 20 hostages so far. We don't know the actual situation there, though. Urban combat ongoing in Gaza. We know that Israeli military entered Gaza a few days ago from 3 sides. Northern, southern Gaza cut off. Roads leading from northern to southern Gaza, vice versa, under Israeli control. Though evacuation routes are kept open for a few hours. So from northern Gaza, people are allowed to leave and move into southern Gaza by Israeli forces. Israeli forces conducting operations on Gaza territory in the heart of Gaza city, close to Al-Shifa hospital, close to Al-Shati camp. These ground operations being conducted. Israeli military wants to reach the underground network of Hamas's tunnels. Though we have not seen any success so far gained by Israeli military in terms of uncovering the underground tunnel network of Palestinian fighters. And yes, the area of operations is expanding a little. If you compare the entry of Israeli military into Gaza a few days ago and their current location, the area of ground operation is expanding, but it's expanding on the ground, not under the ground. Hamas PIJ under the ground. From under the ground, they come out, they carry out attacks, then they retreat, they flee. This is the situation, overall situation. Meanwhile, humanitarian disaster engulfing entire Gaza, people dying, lack of medical supplies, lack of food aid, lack of water. Uh, Human rights organizations calling for ceasefire, but no ceasefire. US trying to convince Israel to agree on a ceasefire, short-term ceasefire, but no announcement made public by Israel so far regarding any green light for a short-term ceasefire in Gaza. So the war is set to go on. But can we say that Israel has downgraded Hamas's capabilities? So far, rocket firing from Gaza has decreased. After Israeli forces enter in Gaza, rocket firing from Gaza into Israeli territories has decreased. We cannot deny that. But we cannot say that Israel has dismantled Hamas's network of Hamas's facilities, weapon storage sites, weapon manufacturing sites, tunnel network. No, it has not happened so far. Thank you for watching.